at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
One needs time to learn a language. One needs time to learn how to drive a car. Time is necessary for acquiring skill, technological skill. To be a good carpenter, you need time. But we are asking something entirely different. There it is, time is necessary. Psychologically, please bear in mind we are thinking together, not what you think time is necessary or not. We are investigating together. Therefore, you are free to look, to question, ask. You cannot inquire, demand, be skeptical if you just say, I'll hold on to my knowledge, I think time is necessary, and so on. Then we don't meet together. We are thinking together about the whole question of psychological evolution. Because man, throughout the millennia, has been accustomed, is used, conditioned to think that he will evolve. I am this today, give me time to change. I am envious, frightened, burdened with enormous sorrow, and I must have time to get over it, to go beyond it. This is what we are used to. So the speaker is saying whether such psychological evolution exists at all, or it is the invention of thought. Because it says, I cannot change today, give me time, for God's sake, tomorrow. The everlasting becoming.
The everlasting
I'll
becoming.
be successful as an executive, as a first-class engineer, or a first-class carpenter. All those need skill and you need time. But we are asking, is there psychological evolution at all? The me becoming something. You understand? We are thinking together, not about whether time exists psychologically or not. We are thinking together. Therefore, there is no opposition. Right?
Listen, I could listen to the brother cook for hours, but I'm going to give you the footnotes. I've read all of his books. And what he does is set you up to think, to see if you will arrive at what has later been termed an aha moment. Do you know the aha moment happens instantaneously? This is what he's saying. He's saying psychologically, if you get rid of the psychological baggage, he says time is needed for technological advancement. Yes, but psychologically, if you knew how to tap in, you could change instantaneously, almost like an aha moment. He has a book with him and theoretical physicist Dr. David Bohm. It's called The Ending of Time. And within this book, might be boring to you, I loved it, read it about 20 times. But there's a section in the book where they're talking about the space in between seconds. He said just because we don't count it doesn't mean time isn't there. He said, but if you're looking at it from a psychological perspective, he said, in between the rhythmic ticks and tocks, that's where insight lives. Is it possible for us to be in a conscious state of perpetual insight? Now, I'm sitting with Quincy Jones. We're talking about music. We're talking about production. He's talking about writer's block. He said, sometimes I got to sit the music down. I got to get up, walk away from it, get it out of my mind. As a writer, I've experienced this, where I got this idea, I just can't pull the words together, but the moment I sit it down, I'm off the metronomic thought process. And I'm allowing my mind to just be at peace. And the moment it gets still, it gets quiet, I'm in the flow state. And he's saying the flow state is in between the tick and the tock. He said that's where insight lives. So yes, theoretically speaking, there is the potentiality to radically change who your wounds have made you into. You can radically change. You hold on to them old, broken, wounded thought processes and patterns because it makes you who you are. And because you don't have a blueprint for who you really could be, that scares you. Well, who would I be without this busted thought? Krishnamurti. Truth is an eternal movement, and so cannot be measured in the words of time. Look at how much emphasis we put on time in relationships. You think because somebody has dedicated 2 years, 3 years of their life acting right, that their wounds won't show up? It's only a matter of time. And when the wounds show up, that's when the work shows up. Tonight's topic, episode 4, the law of timing and the disfigured mirror, a metaphysical excavation of relational time, trauma, and transcendence. Transcendence is work. We don't want to work. We want the relationship to work for us, right? I didn't sign up for this. No, we have to recontextualize that. You didn't sign up for you. Am I wrong? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Get ready. We got a caller on the line. I want to get him in here right now. Attila from Houston, Texas. My niece is on board. Let's see what she got for us tonight. What are your thoughts?
Child, not much of nothing. Okay, talking about vote, y'all. He's trying to get me to choose. I can't choose. These are all amazing. They're all amazing. But in regard to this particular topic, you mentioned people complaining about wasted time and how much time they spent. And I always find that interesting because the very thing that we complain about is the same reason that we stay. So, I mean, it's kind of a conundrum because we're putting ourselves in these positions based on like limited knowledge. So if I'm someone who, how would I say, maybe is anxious or sits in a space of like fear when it comes to not being able to succeed or produce an outcome, what does time look like for me? It looks like I don't have enough time, right? And so I think the way that you move in relationships is always indicative of you and your relationship to opportunity in time. And so if I feel as though I'm limited in opportunity, I'm limited in time, then I'm going to move that way, in my dating process. And I think something that's been kicking me in the butt recently is my lack of patience. You know me, I'm a Taurus. Like, patience for me it's hard simply because the mantra for a Taurus is I have. And so when you're focused on obtaining things, be it relationships or jobs or whatever the case may be, again, like I said, there's this feeling of not enough time. So I don't know. I think we just have to learn how to be a little bit more patient with ourselves first, and then that'll extend outward to other people. We give a lot in our relationships, and we spend a lot of time with one another, but are you actually present? And are you actually extending patience to that person?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you get to that space where you're just tolerating them because you're not tapped in with them. Right. And you're not patient enough with yourself to even see that that's what you're doing.
So this is such good stuff. Are you saying instead of extending patience as if it was a type of currency,
right,
embody patience and really be that until they are ready?
Yeah, and learn to be that for yourself because, I mean, that's the thing. Like, if he's not ready, then neither am I. So what exactly am I impatient about? I'm impatient with myself. I'm angry at myself for not being ready. And I'm projecting that on to him.
Go deeper. What is readiness?
I mean, can we even really define that? Because to me, I don't really think there's ever a perfect time or a quote unquote ready time. I think there are times that are maybe more advantageous to growth, but I don't think there's ever really a perfect time. And so, again, with me being so preoccupied with the idea of having something instantaneously, I'm fighting myself by not trying to fight you, if that makes sense.
I'm trying to pull you into our talking points earlier today.
Yes.
Readiness is the opposite of a now waster.
Right.
We got now wasters.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? I'm a avoid the situation because I don't want to deal with it. That's a now waster. That's what procrastination is. What Murty is saying is the tick and the tock. In the middle of the tick and the tock is insight. Well, apply that to time. Tick is past, tock is future. The present is insight. The present is the aha moment. The now is the aha moment. So many people are so psychologically preoccupied with the past. Damn, I wish that wouldn't have happened. And then focused on this illusionary future that they missed the aha moment of now. We got now wasters.
Now wasters are so fire. It's so fire. We do waste the now. We waste. I know me. I waste the now because I'm constantly trying to prepare and stay ahead of the curve. But the thing is, what if there is no curve, right? We assume that we're going to have this painful, if you're maybe more negative leaning, painful, difficult trial if we don't prepare, or if we don't appear a certain way, act a certain way, speak a certain way, instead of just allowing the situation to happen and observe it.
Right. Listen, have you ever dated a now waster?
I'm sure I have. I've definitely been a now waster, so I'm sure I have. Yes.
the whole relationship is icing, no cake. And you sitting there waiting for the cake. I want to get to the cake.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Like, where is the actual sustenance of this thing, right? But the sustenance lies within you and the lesson that you get from that situation. You're trying to get it from them, but it's really not coming from them. It's coming from the observing that you're supposed to be doing in the dynamic.
Now watch this,
so
though.
You're looking at...
Because I see where you're going with this. What you're talking about is the cake. Mm-hmm. Self-work is the cake.
Yes.
You can be in a relationship with a now waster because all they want is stimulation. Where we going? What we doing? We went here. Okay, all right, let's go somewhere else. It's constant stimulation, but it's no substance. The cake is the substance. Can you have a real conversation? Right? Can you have a much needed conversation? And then after the conversation, how much are you willing to invest, right, in the revolutionary change that you need to undergo in order to elevate yourself and this relationship? That's the cake. Nobody's, do you see? That's what a now waster is. I don't want no cake. I just want icing.
Exactly.
Do you see?
But you're still hungry, though. You're still hungry, you lack sustenance, and you're not getting the necessary nutrients that you need, meaning the lesson. So, I mean, then we end up repeating the same cycle again with another batch of icing, excuse me.
Another batch of icing is crazy.
Basically, you
got that Duncan Hines icing. That Duncan Hines icing is thick. Make sure you get the lemon. The Duncan Hines lemon icing.
We out here swiping on icing. Like, well, that icing looks a little pleasing. Let me swipe on that. Like, no.
Right.
No. But again, like, I mean, how can I expect cake when I'm icing?
Ooh.
Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe that would be the question I would ask myself. If I'm sitting in front of a person with no substance, well, I mean, have I provided that to myself?
Indeed.
Like, I'm just, man, I don't know. But anyway, I didn't want to take too much time.
I love it, Atala. You already know what I'm going to ask you. Guess what you just did?
I brought Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building. They're on the board. If you want to bring your city into the building, you know what you got to do. Hit that number, 1-800-920-1580.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we're proud to be celebrating 4 years on the air, but we know we could not have made it this far without you. We work hard every single day to curate conversations that will enlighten, encourage, and empower you. So, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580, a big thank you for your love and support.
You don't know how much you mean to me.
And by the way, if your smartphone did not update automatically, be sure to download our brand new KBLA 1580 app. We think you'll love all the new features, including new ways to send us photos and video in real time, whenever news breaks, while we're on the air. It's a new dawn, a new day for KBLA Talk 1580, and we're glad you're on this journey with us.
You never turned away, you were right there. Thank you, thank you.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a Black and Brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at walkgoodla. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Une plaie d'étrange infectieux. Je ne sais pas eu le temps enfoui. Oh, je t'aime, mon chéri. Ooh, baby. Don't know where it all went. Time passed us by. Just when it seemed the fun began. Ooh. Did you please stay?
Now, the next of these perfections is a very important one. It's the perfection of patience. And this is the antidote to anger. This is, again, a huge subject, and I can only skim the surface. But I think we can all appreciate that our daily life, our family life, our workplace, and so forth are a wonderful field for practicing patience. Even just driving, although of course your roads are very well disciplined. Come to India. But nonetheless, driving and so forth, wonderful, wonderful opportunities for practicing how to relax inwardly and not react with irritation, frustration, anger. So how?
I love her. The reason why I play clips like Tenzin and Pema Chodron is because I want you to understand, especially how it relates to the topic. You have efficient use of time. That is mindfulness, right? You have the inefficient use of time. That is unforgiveness and regret. Do you see? That's wasting time when you're in those spaces. And I'm not saying you can't be in those spaces for a short amount of time, but you should use your time in those spaces to cultivate the tools that are available at that level of consciousness and use those tools to rise above. Now, before we came forward, we were talking about now wasters. But now wasters have a mirror image. The mirror image of the now waster is the now waiter. Someone who is sitting in the now, waiting for somebody to show up right. And just like in attachment theory, the anxious avoidant trap, you're going to get the same thing, you understand, with the now waster and the now waiter. Don't worry, God going to send them. And God is saying, I sent you to earth, to this plane of existence, with all the tools you need, but you got to go through something in order to excavate them. Do you see? So the now waster, inevitably drawn to the now waiter, all right, like a moth to the flame. Damn it, we don't fall in love, we fall in time. Tonight's topic, episode 4, the law of timing and the disfigured mirror of relationships, a metaphysical excavation of relational time, trauma, and transcendence. Look, I got my brother on the line, but I know my brother needs a little time to cook. So I'm just going to give you a few more pointers. And I love Krishnamurti's work. You guys know that. But he's not the only philosopher that I love. I love Robert Anton Wilson's Prometheus Rising. There's a chapter in his book where he talks about time binding. This is the past. This is psychological time. Chronological time is much different. You've all met a chronological adult, but internally and psychologically, they are a child. Do you see? Relationships are designed to help you nurture that hurt, wounded inner child and help it grow up spiritually. Do you see? That's the purpose of relationship. Your ego thinks, or it makes you think, you have time. But oftentimes, you are merely mismanaging it. When we come forward, back to the phone lines.
Let's find the time to get together once again. Someday soon.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island with BIN News Now. On the Black Information Network, the White House confirms the FBI is investigating the leak of an intel report challenging the effectiveness of the U.S. strikes against Iran's nuke sites. The organization was looking to challenge the state from banning it from taking part in the Medicaid program because of the abortion care it provides. A heat dome impacting millions across the central and eastern U.S. is starting to lift. Forecasters say temperatures will start falling in the Northeast, where places like New York and New England have been reporting record heat. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker will seek a third term next year. Pritzker says his state is standing at the center of the fight to make life more affordable. There are also reports that Pritzker could be running for president in 2028. New data reveals that the U.S. economy shrank more than previously estimated. The GDP fell at an annual rate of 0.5% from January through March. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your black.
Follow the leader.
Following the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text EQUAL to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text EQUAL to 321321. That's EQUAL to 321321.
See website for details. Bills Happen is not a lender and does not make credit decisions. Hey, bills happen. So when you need extra cash fast, go to billshappen.com. Have you been turned down? Are your credit cards maxed out? Do you have bad credit? Go to billshappen.com. All you need is a job and a checking account. You can find a lender and get up to $5,000 cash as early as tomorrow at billshappen.com. Billshappen.com is the smart way to get a personal lender now. So if you need extra money for car repairs, medical bills, family emergencies, whatever you need cash for, go to billshappen.com and you can get the money you need as soon as the next day, up to $5,000. At billshappen.com, our process is safe, secure, and all online. No one to deal with in person. And Bills Happen does not charge you any fees to use our service. It's easy. When you need a lender, just remember, when bills happen, go to billshappen.com. Billshappen.com for the cash you need now. Billshappen.com.
Hey, man. Hey, what's up, What's that station you listening to? Oh, man, you don't know? That's Talk Radio. KBLA, 1580 AM. Check it out. 1580 KBLA. KBLA AM. Progressive.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we're celebrating our 4th anniversary, and this track right here is the gift one of our devoted listeners presented to us.
Where you get some information, get a true education to know. Ooh, yeah. 1580.
How cool is that? Having a member of our KBLA delegation write us a song. Stop it! Our listeners love us and there ain't nothing we can do about it. Wouldn't want to. Thanks to Cardell and everybody else for turning on KBLA Talk 1580. We love you right black.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Always there when you call. Always on time. Gave you my baby. Always there when you call. Always on time. Gave you my baby. I'm not always there when
Picture this late night lover, you know, the one that swing like no other. I know I got a lot of things I need to explain, but baby, you know the name, and love is about pain. So stop the complaints and drop the order of restraints. Our sex life's a game, so back me down in the pain. I can't wait no more. Cause it's about 3:15, and sure days I me. I got the Bentley Ballet, and I'm just outside of Jersey, past the Palisades. And I love to see that some boots and shades. Throw out on the bed while I'm yanking your braids. Thug style. You never thought I'd make you smile while I...
Yeah, because I think it's part of being kind and conscientious to each other that we explore those things together, because we're playing with live rounds here.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's not, we don't get the time back. It's real. And I've hurt people in the past, you know, where, you know, I feel like, and not in the sense that, you know, I stayed with someone past their ability to have children, but I know that there were relationships that I stayed in a year too long. And I already knew it wasn't right, but I kept going.
Convenient.
It was comfortable. And I don't have, you know, I have real regrets about those moments. But no matter how much someone regrets staying with you too long, they don't have the ability to give you back that time. So you have to protect your own time, and we have to take accountability for it ourselves and not expect someone to be more responsible for our time than we are. It's a lovely thing that you were able to have that conversation, because you also gave her a gift in her being able to go and find someone who's right for what she wants. The danger in situations like that is that people go away saying, that was my person, but for this, you know, incompatibility in our timelines. And I think that we have to, that's another story that we tell ourselves that I don't believe in. I think we have to get rid of those stories.
Man, besides breaking up with your mama, because sometimes you got to break up with your parents. Sometimes you got to understand the toxicity in you comes from them. Besides breaking up with the patterns you inherited from your primary caregiver, one of the hardest breakups is to break up with comfort. And oftentimes we spend so much time in a comfortable situation. It's not conducive for growth. You settle in. You're a bed bug now. How much time have you just spent in comfort? Right? I'm not going outside. Is you crazy? You know how hot it is out. It's air conditioning in here. You don't care about CO2s. You don't care about nothing. Just long as your comfort. Sometimes that could be such a trap and such a difficult gravitational force to break free from. Man, I got callers on the line. You know I got to get them in here now. My brother, Pastor John, you already know what it is. From Mountain View, Hawaii. John, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Greetings and blessings, chat, and those within the sound of my voice. Blessings to you, Zoe.
Blessings.
Andy, not mad at you. Yes, I get it. You got a job, but we need them organs.
We need them organs. Oh, he called and asked about the organs.
This show has been bomb, my Lord. This show right here.
Oh, okay.
But let me go ahead and make my point and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not ready to escape the matrix of your own mind, this is your beating. And until morale improves, this will continually be your beating. But who wants to get beat?
Keep going.
And it's funny how even at the moment you are getting ready to, and black folks, just bear with me for a minute. Mama would beat you for doing something wrong, right? How many times did you flinch before that connection took place from the belt to your high?
A few times, sir.
So if we're talking about the same time frames, the past and the future that we're stuck in, and you have yet to enjoy the present, there's your flinch. Stop flinching.
I love it.
Get rid of the beating
and
move forward. Your presence, where you can make changes at, again, if you continue with the beatings, it's your choice. Your comfort zone, your level of being. But you can be better than that. Workouts go in this measure. It becomes tough, then you become stronger, and it becomes easier. Where's the timing in when it becomes stronger for you? And have yet to identify it? Back to the beatings.
Hey, Brother John, guess what you just did, my friend?
Mountain View's in the house. Don't get beat no more.
Don't get beat no more.
Stay strong. Get curious. Identify where you stand and move forward. The strength is within you. I'm done.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Hey, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me. 1-800-920-1580. Get at me, get at me, get at me. Oh, let's go. Let's run right over here real quick. Arkansas, Davy Lee done brought the sticks. You got to turn.
What's happening with y'all?
Okay.
My bad. I had to turn that stuff off.
You good, brother? What's up, man? How are you?
Not much, man. We maintain it. You know, everything out of all the times I done had through this chaotic moment I've been going through, I'm actually at peace. I'm cool with it because I got work to do. So it's cool. But I just want to say, you know, it's been a lot of time I done wasted off of not, you know, shooting for what's right in front of me. Sometimes you got to take a chance on yourself, man. Because, like, you know, at the end of the day, you never know what's going to pop if you don't get it popping yourself, man. You got to do it, man. You got to get straight to it. Or you just going to usually have, like, compound interest on, like, certain things you done built throughout your life. And it's just going to build up extra problems for you, man. Now you got to do all this other stuff. You might not be able to, you know, use your time wisely no more. Now you got to get straight to it. Like me, you got to get straight to it.
Right.
You ain't got no other time to work on it. But that's basically what I got to say. That's about it. You know? I ain't got nothing deep. That's about it. Get straight to it.
Hey, man, I love you, brother. I appreciate you. And guess what you just did?
Yes, sir. I brought you out to the sticks, baby.
To the sticks. Now I'm talking about. We appreciate it. Arkansas has been in effect for weeks and weeks and weeks, and we love it when our brother Davey Lee from Arkansas calls in. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me. 1-800-920-1580.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Hey, it's Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. Are you tired of stains stealing your shine? California Cleaners is where you go to rescue your wardrobe. They don't just clean, they elevate. Hand washing, crisp laundry, and precise alterations, all while keeping your wallet happy. Listen, all you gotta do is connect with them in the beautiful city of Inglewood. Whether it's grass-stained jeans, silk that's seen better days, or a hemline emergency before date night, you're on deck with California Cleaners, located at 1326 North La Brea Avenue, Inglewood, California.
When you turn to the Employment Development Department, we'll help you get there. Whether it's support for you and your family while you find a new job, or the resources to focus on your recovery after illness or injury, we can help you move forward. From support while you bond with your newborn, to helping serve your family while your partner serves our country. Your EDD. We'll help you get there. For more information, visit edd.ca.gov.
Ready to order. Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'd like to take a minute to apologize for not taking advantage of you. Through all the years you've passed me by, honestly, I really wanted to be mad at you, yes. For so many hours waiting, yeah, I finally know what it means to be patient, yeah. And everything has its place, yeah, and reason. And I've learned that time waits for nothing, no. And everything, yeah, is gonna take its time for it to happen. Time waits for nothing, oh. And everything is gonna take its time.
But there's a wall of silence that surrounds us from a deeper acquaintance with what is actually so difficult about us. Our friends don't want to tell us why would they bother. They just want a pleasant evening out. They're not. Our friends know more about us and more about our flaws, probably after a 10-minute acquaintance. A stranger will know more about your flaws than you might learn over 40 years of life on the planet. Our capacity to intuit what is wrong with us is very weak. Our parents don't tell us very much. Why would they? They love us too much. They know. They can see, of course. I mean, they've followed us from the crib. They know what's wrong with us. They're not going to tell us because they just want to be sweet. And our ex-lovers, a vital source of knowledge, they know. Absolutely, they know. But do you remember that speech that they gave? It was moving at the time when they said that they wanted a little more space and were attracted to travel and were interested in the culture of Southeast Asia. Nonsense. They thought lots of things were wrong with you, but they weren't going to be bothered to tell you. They were just off out of there. Why would they bother? So this knowledge that is out there is not in you. It's out there, but it's not in you. And so therefore we progress through the world with a very low sense of what is actually wrong with us. Not least, all of us are addicts. Almost all of us are addicts. Not injecting heroin as such, but addicts in the sense, we need to redefine what addiction is. I like to define addiction not in terms of the substance you're taking. In other words, I'm a heroin addict, I'm a cocaine addict. No. Addiction is basically any pattern of behavior whereby you cannot stand to be with yourself and certain of the more uncomfortable thoughts and, more importantly, emotions that come from being on your own. And so therefore you can be addicted to almost anything so long as it keeps you away from yourself, so long as it keeps you away from tricky self-knowledge. And most of us are addicts. And thanks to all sorts of technologies and distractions, etc., we can have a good life where we will almost certainly be guaranteed not to spend any time with ourselves, except maybe for certain kind of airlines that still don't have the gadgets to distract us. But otherwise, you can be guaranteed you don't have to talk to yourself. And this is a disaster for your capacity to have a relationship with another person, because until you know yourself,
Oh
you
my
can't.
God, he's on complete fire. Who is that, Andy? Man, I mean, the fire tonight has been lit. I'm sorry. Alan de Button. We'll take it. Or Alan de Button? Elaine de Button. Harry Potter, is that you? Hey, tonight's topic has been crazy, man. You're listening to the VOR live on KBLA Talk 1580, man. Man, it's all progressive here. You cannot tell me that this relationship talk is not progressive. Let's keep it going. When you say, I'm not ready, are you protecting a sacred timing or protecting the ego's illusion of control? Ooh. If time is a teacher, what lesson do you keep skipping class to avoid? So many people think taking time or taking space is actually healing. No, that's a mismanagement of time if you're not actually doing the work. Stonewalling is a mismanagement of time. Avoidance is a mismanagement of time. Chasing is a mismanagement of time. I would say let's get even deeper, right? Seeking validation externally is a mismanagement of time. Do you understand? You don't want to add time. The more you delay, it's like having a mortgage where you say, hey, I missed 8 payments. Can you put those payments at the end of the mortgage and then you extend them? Listen, mismanagement of time extends time. This is why the Hindus talked about the endless cycle of time, samsara, the endless birth, life, death, and rebirth cycle. Why are people reincarnating? Because they didn't get it the first time. They flunked. Do you understand? That's what the karma piece is. And based on your action, karma, it determines if you can break the cycle of samsara. Do you see? Many of us are so broken and disheveled psychologically on the inside. And yes, let me just say, it's okay to take time, but you can't become addicted to time. You can't become addicted to avoidance. You can't become addicted to procrastination. You can't become addicted to sweeping it under the rug. Life is designed for you to grow up spiritually, and it's not always going to be comfortable. We do not fall in love, we fall in time. This is not poetry, but precision. For time, in its quantum and psychological unfolding, frames how we meet others, not just when. The law of timing, subtle yet severe, suggests not merely the orchestration of events, but the revelation of inner readiness. When we speak of divine timing, do we invoke spirit or shield the ego from confronting its unpreparedness? Ouch. Stop calling it time if you're doing it. You wasted, Andy. Can you play Time Keeps on Slipping to the Steve Miller Band? Oh, so many of y'all letting time slip away. Krishnamurti warned us that psychological time is an illusion, the mind's attempt to secure permanence in a world built on impermanence. And yet, we often do postpone love, healing, or presence because it's not, quote unquote, the right time for our ego to let its life go. Go ahead, Andy, give me that. Oh, he ain't got it yet. Okay, don't worry. I got more. Such proclamations often mask unspoken trauma contracts, unexamined patterns encoded within our nervous system that recoil from intimacy as if from an open flame. The relational field is not a stage for romantic performance. It is an interdimensional mirror. In my 2019 book, I called it the holographic relationship, which talked about the holographic whole nature of relating. Just because you wear a mask doesn't mean you don't bring your whole self in. It just seeps out into the relationship over time. Here we go. Play that for me, please.
Slipping, slipping, slipping into the future.
The Steve Miller Band wasn't playing. Hey, my playlist was crazy tonight. When we declare someone a waste of time, we are not indicating their value. We are confessing to a betrayal of our own presence. The wound is not chronological. It is ontological. According to Dr. David R. Hawkins, consciousness calibrates at the level of integrity only when one ceases to externalize causality. The more we blame fate, the more we outsource our evolution. Urgency in this light becomes a sacred clue, not to act faster, but to feel deeper. It reveals a bypassed wound, screaming through the illusion of control. The ego rushes to manifest not because it trusts timing, but because it fears extinction. Listen, man, next week, we got another week of slappers. The voice of reason starts the conversation, but guess what? It's up to you to finish it. I'm the VOR. And I'll see y'all next week. Deuces!